You're with Libby from libbystamps.com, and I'm going to show you today a couple of variations of these cards. Now this is a card I'd probably do at a make and take, and I've just used the Dragonfly Dreams stamp set, which is new in the Occasions catalogue for 2017, starting on the 4th of January. And I've just used this spotty background and Perfect Plum, Blushing Bride and Marina Mist, and just stamped randomly on the white cardstock. And then I've cut the dragonflies out from the detailed Dragonfly Thinlits dies. So I've just used this one. I've cut them out of shimmery white cards, and then I've put some Wink of Stella over the top and then just adhered them to the front of the card. Now I've only adhered them on their bodies so that when the person gets the card they can actually lift the wings up. And I've just put some sequins around that I've just slipped off the gold and silver sequin trim. This card here is a little different. This would be my wow card. I've actually layered it up again, so it started on Wisteria Wonder, Elegant Eggplant, and then I've done watercolor paper, and this is what I'm going to show you today. I've actually used some of the Fancy Frost sequins. They're lovely but are retiring, and I've put some silver metallic thread underneath, as well as doing the shimmery white card and some Wink of Stella over the top, and then I've just stamped on the bottom. So this is what we're going to do today with some water spritzing, and I've already cut quite a few pieces out. So I've already cut my dragonflies out and my cardstock, and I'll have the measurements for you as always on my blog. And we'll just quickly do some Wink of Stella on the dragonflies, just to give them a bit more shine. And if we do it first, it gives them time to dry off before you need to do anything else to them. And when you stick them down, just stick them with some fine tip glue pen on their bodies, and then the wings can curl up. All right, that'll do for our dragonflies. So that's the clear Wink of Stella I've used there. And then I've got my cardstock, which is half A4. We're just going to put that on. All right, so we'll just quickly adhere the front piece of Elegant Eggplant to the card base of Wisteria Wonder. Now this stamp set also works beautifully with Awesomely Artistic, and I'm going to use just the dragonfly out of that to stamp on the inside of the card and on the outside of the envelope. Now this card, the other two cards were portrait. This card I'm going to do landscape. So I'm going to stamp landscape in Perfect Plum. So that's all we need Awesomely Artistic for, and I've got my envelope ready now, and I just need to adhere the inside to the inside of the card. So that's the inside of our card done. So we can just put that to one side. And we're now going to take our watercolor paper and we're going to give it a light spritz. So I'm just using the dotted part of the stamp. And you need to do this before you do stamp your sentiment. All right. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment probably in Elegant Eggplant, Alright, so I've got my watercolor paper and I'm just going to give it a light spritz with water. Alright, I think that's about wet enough. And then I'm just going to start with Perfect Plum and just stamp. Can you see how that's starting to run? Alright, I'm then I'll clean that off and I'll just give that a second longer and I'll ink up with Marina Mist. And I'm just going to give that another light spritz. I love how that ink runs. It's just gorgeous. So this time I'm just going to, again, just put it randomly, clean it off, and this time we'll do some Blushing Bride, and I might just give that another spritz. And you don't want to be too close to your paper. Alright, I think that's and if it starts to pool, let's get a tissue or paper towel or something like that to blot off the excess. This time I'm just going to ink up with Blushing Bride. Alright, that's all our stamping and water spritzing done. And I'm just going to heat set that, so I'll be back in a minute. Alright, now through the wonders of modern technology, I'm back and that's dry. We'll just put a sentiment on it now. And I think I might use Enjoy Your Special Day. And I'm going to stamp that in Elegant Eggplant. Now, I like to line up my stamp on my grid paper, which I find is really useful, and then put my block on top. And then it's reasonably straight on my block. Then I ink down, just a couple of taps, and the advantage of photopolymer is that you can see through it and make sure it's all inked, and then just stamp straight down and straight up, and there we've got our sentiment. So we've already put some Wink of Stella on our dragonflies. What we'll do is put some sequins on it. Now, if you use your fine tip glue pen, you seem to get better sticky if you leave it to dry. So I haven't put those dragonflies on yet, but I am going to put little spots of fine tip glue pen where I think I want some sequins. I know this is Pool Party and Sweet Sugar Plum, but these look amazing. Now that we've got our sequins on, we can go ahead and add here our dragonflies. And I'm going to use the fine tip glue pen again. going to use just a touch of the gold on the wings, and then all we need to do is attach it to our card. So you could put this on dimensionals if you wanted to. Right, so there we have our card, and you can just pull the wings up carefully. So there's our card and our envelope ready to go. And here are the other two that we made earlier. So the items we used today were the Dragonfly Dreams and the detailed Dragonfly Thinlits, Elegant Eggplant, Perfect Plum, Blushing Bride, and Marina Mist. We also used Awesomely Artistic, Watercolor paper, Elegant Eggplant card, and Wisteria Wonder card. So I hope you liked this video, and if you did, you'll subscribe to my channel. Better still, subscribe to my newsletter and get all the updates as they come to hand. And if you're in Australia and you haven't got a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I'd love to be your demonstrator if you're looking to buy stamping and craft materials from Stampin' Up. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for stopping by. Bye for now.
Hey, if you wanna play, make it about a place. It'll take creation, imagination. Try to draw outside the